So basically, she was just, in the bath playing around, and she said, "Guys, do you want a bit of my bath water?" In fact, she said, "I'm now selling my bath water for all you thirsty gamer boys."
Hello and welcome to the Spaghetti Junction podcast. My name is Bruce.
My name is Gareth.
We talk about things.
We just
don't know where they're going to go.
Okay, so before we start, I know on a fantastic thing which you want to talk about, which I'm quite interested, because when you first told me about it, I am lost. So hopefully this will bring it to the light, and other people will also have the understanding, hopefully. But I come up with some rules for our podcasting. I mean, it's not even, it's our podcast, and so you can say no. But
okay.
Possibly none.
Please let it be known that I have no idea about these rules. That
He
Gareth
doesn't.
has just suddenly sprung on me.
Exactly. We're doing it for reaction.
Oh, okay.
We're going to have
in Bruce reacts to Gareth's rules.
Interaction reaction. Something like that.
All right then.
So some of the things that we're not allowed to say anymore, and this is mostly for you. You cannot say, all right, or all right then, or okay. Actually, there are rules for you, not for me. Okay, sometimes I do say okay, but in general, you're the all right, or all right then. It's like, I'm done with this intro, shut the hell up, we're going to have a topic now. Like an old grandpa. So no old grandpas here.
Great. You've just elevated my paranoia to new heights. Now I'm going to be thinking about everything that I say.
Well, we haven't actually made a rule as to what happens if you say it. So at this point, you're fine.
Oh, great.
But next time, we are both going to wear shock collars. And if you say a wrong word, you get shocked.
Okay, no, we gotta leave that for when we actually start filming this podcast.
That's actually true.
I mean, just hearing the
right.
reaction is never as fun
Everybody,
as actually seeing the reaction.
And as we spoke about, everybody likes to see people in pain. Well, not all of us, but I do.
I think there might be some people who might like to see us in collars. But, that's for a completely different...
That's kinky, yeah. It's possibly not for this podcast.
It might be for a completely different website.
Exactly. We might have to do, a podcast B or something, which is on the dark web, and only a few people know about it. Yeah. So at this point...
That escalated so far.
Just want to make it clear we are not actually doing that, because it would be weird. But if you want to pay enough, I'm sure we can make a plan.
Dude, this isn't OnlyFans. Oh, wait! On the subject of OnlyFans.
That was actually a pretty good move from there.
Damn, how good.
Actually, that was very, very good.
Yeah. Slow clap. There we go.
So, OnlyFans.
Oh, man.
We're going to dive deep into it.
Pardon the... Oh.
If you don't know what OnlyFans is, then don't worry about that.
We're going to fill you in. Are we going to get through this entire podcast?
I don't know. But yes, it's actually quite fascinating.
Anyway, you were questioning me, though, about...
I was questioning you, Bruce, about meeting people online. It's a couple, and you don't know who they are. Oh. And now they're inviting you out for supper. If that doesn't sound dodgy, nothing does. Explain yourself.
You know what assumption does, don't you?
It makes an ass.
Out of you and me.
Oh.
Okay.
Whose ass is it?
It's the mother of all ups. That was the cue for your little sound drop that you're going to put in the editing.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Definitely add something right there. Like we haven't just prepared that. Speaking of sounds, there may actually be some interspersed, because I've actually been hearing from a few people, maybe one or two, but that it might be interesting and could make stuff a little slightly more fun, I'm guessing.
I'm keen to see what
So we're going to try it. If it sucks, well, at least we try once.
Yeah.
Got to try everything once.
That's it. Well,
besides,
there might be a couple of things that I probably would
I was
never
going to
try.
say, there's actually quite a lot. And I'm guessing. So tell us about your meeting with couples online.
Okay, so
Have not met.
before Gareth makes this any sound
Yes, sorry,
any
it's
more
sounding a bit
dodgy,
dodgy. And let's keep that safe and trendy for you.
I'm trying to explain to Gareth that I that I take part in a weekly online quiz.
Mhm.
Okay, and it's kind of like a pub quiz, but you can't meet in a pub because lockdown. And like
You probably can.
you
But
probably can now, but they haven't
Yes.
done it yet.
that's fair enough.
So they were doing it a lot. The guy was actually a quiz master at a pub.
Quizmaster. It
Yes.
sounds like a friggin' role.
Yes,
like a
it
royal role.
Yeah, because you got to have one guy who kind of puts everything together and actually asks the questions. And
Absolutely.
All of that. Yeah.
It just sounds very regal.
Well, he's
Like he's trying to make himself feel good about himself.
well. What else do you call it?
Quizmaster.
Yes.
Fight. Exactly. Sorry, back to you.
And so basically, what it is now is he puts the actual quiz out over Zoom,
Okay.
and he sends out the Zoom invite and everything to everyone.
Yeah.
And then the team, we all separate. We all sit in our houses and stuff, but we go onto a
Besides the married couple.
yeah. Well,
Because
there's
that'd
two.
be weird
There's,
if
two
they were single.
there's actually two married couples and me at the moment,
Kinky.
and we are sitting on a WhatsApp conference call.
Okay.
On a group. We've got a WhatsApp group, and
Mhm.
we create a phone call like that, and so
Okay.
we can talk about the answers amongst ourselves, and we are listening to the Zoom feed and watching the questions on Zoom. But we're
okay.
not, so we can hear him,
Oh, so
but we're muted, so he can't hear
But
us.
he asks the questions,
Yes.
basically. And you see him on Zoom.
No, we just hear his voice, and you can see the questions. So my volume is down half the time anyway.
Okay.
I only put the volume up when he asks a music question. So there's 5 rounds.
Yep.
And it's all just general knowledge. It's
Okay.
movies, it's science questions, it's geography, it's history, and then the last question of every round is a music question that is worth 2 points,
And you go for it, I'm sure.
and that's my
You
kind
must
of
be gold.
my
in that group.
forte. That's my forte.
Absolutely.
Everyone's got their kind of role that they play in the
Yeah.
team. One of the ladies is really good at anagrams and working out cryptic clues and stuff.
Okay.
And then so I've got a list. You've got to guess the name of the song and the artist, band, or group.
I'm pretty sure you'll kick ass in that.
And we do 5 rounds, and it's fun. It's like an hour and a half, and
Do you guys have rounds when you... I mean, are you allowed to? Although you can't really have rounds with each other. As in, like, rounds of drinks. No, that's a serious thing, because, like, normally you would do it in a pub.
yes,
So it kind of, like, loses that little bit of effect.
yeah, I know it does.
But I like it. now I understand.
Well, there you go. I hope you do, because
So how
you were
many-
very you were
I
weirded
was,
out by the
yes.
whole situation.
Maybe my mind was somewhere. How many teams do you play against?
How many teams are there at the moment? I'm not so sure. Up to about 10 or 12 different teams.
Wow, that's big.
And then
That's a lot.
yeah, and then it's based on honesty. So you write down your answers, and then you confer, and then he literally gives you the answers afterwards, and then you score yourselves and you submit your.
Huh.
So it's based on trust and honesty, which I know is
Okay, I wouldn't do very well on that then. Just being honest. If
Well, if
there's,
it's-
if there's
but
no
it's ba-
boundary, thank you.
It's based on trust and honesty, and you're being quite honest. So maybe you do quite well.
I trust that's okay. Look, I would do very well with the entertainment stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Movies and actors
Yeah.
and actresses
Yeah,
and all that kind of stuff.
what's quite interesting, sometimes you'll put up a random still from a movie, and you'll be like, "What movie is this from?" And you go like, "Okay."
Huh.
Some of them are a bit random though. He's been a bit strange
Bit
lately.
of a tonsil.
Bit of a tonsil. I haven't heard that word in so long. I love that.
Tonsil.
I need to start calling people tonsils again.
Really?
Like it's so cool. It's
He's
such a
just going to go past someone random and say, hey, tonsil.
no. He's got to have a good reason.
Okay, good.
Like cut me off in traffic. and,
Tonsil.
you know.
That's like, I'm really angry. It's a very whitey word, tonsil.
Yeah, it's a very white. Yeah.
Yes, it's a very white thing.
Yes.
You tonsil.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. It's
What
so
does that mean?
expressive. Jeremy Mansfield used to have a song. He used to go, "You're such a tonsil."
Tonsil.
I can't remember the rest of the words though.
That's beautiful.
I think we need to find it.
Exactly. Tonsils indeed. What was that clap for?
I don't know. Just
You just felt like doing a clap.
yeah, I did.
That's very special, Bruce. Very special. Now, what you going to say now, Bruce? Remember the rules.
Yeah, I can't say anything now. Wait a minute, that was only one rule. Where are the rest of the rules?
There were 3. You cannot say all right or all right then or okay.
That's one rule.
So
with
that's
3
three.
I'm
calling it 3 rules.
things.
Sub things. But I was bad on this podcast.
I don't know.
So I'd like you to move into the topic effortlessly. It's all on you, buddy. And you can't go, so. Just got to flow.
Yeah, no, you see what? Yes, Gareth puts me on the spot like this.
It's awesome. I love it. It just makes for good interaction
It does.
and good listening. Yes.
Talking about interaction. Online interaction with people that you probably will never meet in real life.
Not probably.
Definitely.
The high chances of meeting any of them. Let's be honest.
In other words, the wonderful world of OnlyFans.
Nice. What the heck is OnlyFans? Okay, I would imagine that probably 50% of our listeners will know what OnlyFans are. It's slightly.
Yeah.
And the other half is like only who.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
take us in, Bruce.
Yeah. I even spoke to my when I was telling my landlord today about what we were going to talk about, and he's like, "Only what?" He didn't even know, so I had to speak to him. And
is he like the guru of all?
yeah, he's a guru of quite a few subjects,
he
but obviously,
didn't know.
obviously not of OnlyFans.
Tonsil.
Hey, don't call him a tonsil.
Sorry,
he's a good
okay,
mate.
that's your job. He's your landlord.
Yeah, don't be a tonsil by calling my landlord a tonsil. All right, so the phenomenon. Oh, you see. Hey, but I'm a rule breaker, so it's okay.
Okay, carry on.
That's why the girls like me.
I'll leave that alone for now.
OnlyFans, the world of OnlyFans.
Yes.
OnlyFans is it's a subscription-based website. If any of our listeners have heard of Patreon, it's very similar.
Yes.
So you might
It's a whole other version of Patreon.
you won't believe how many people haven't heard of Patreon.
Okay, explain. I know what it is, but
Okay. So if
bring it
you
out.
are, and this is basically how OnlyFans works. If you have a skill that you can share, say you are a fitness instructor, you are a music teacher, you are a something like that. You show handyman tips or whatever, and you feel that your content is worth paying for, you can put that content behind a paywall on Patreon,
yes,
or whatever, and people will pay a monthly subscription, or they
Mhm.
will pay just for videos and content that they
Yes.
want to see, and that's how OnlyFans works as well. You can,
But sorry, on the Patreon thing though, that happens though from what I've seen with like music channels,
yes,
other channel like what's that Dude Perfect, for example, who I love them.
no, so do I.
I'm gonna talk about them. Anyways, so shows like or things like that, I don't think actually Dude Perfect have that. But what I'm saying is, yeah, it can be across the board.
Yes,
Where you can pay for extra videos which they're not going to show, or you can watch videos before they become released. You get basically like a view
yes,
a day in advance or that kind of thing.
yes.
Sorry, carry on. I was
Yeah.
just going with that.
Like I found a lot of musicians on will put a video up on YouTube.
YouTube, yeah,
But if you want like a full lesson on how to play something, it's
Patreon,
like go to their Patreon and you have to pay $5, whatever,
exactly.
to go and get the rest of the content.
Yep.
So yeah, so basically OnlyFans works the same way, and it's also it's for content across the board, but it has now become very, very popular with sex workers,
Mm-hmm.
specifically women. Women are the highest earning.
Sex workers. Okay.
Women are the highest earning
Okay.
members. Let's say.
Members. Yes.
So just a little bit of a background
Yes, please.
behind OnlyFans. Yeah. So it allows content creators to receive money directly from fans
Mm-hmm.
monthly.
How do they do it? Or will you get into that?
I'm not going to get into that.
No, I'm just wondering how they do it.
Sorry. Well, you can pay a monthly subscription.
Okay.
Or you can send one-time tips. You can sort of tip a content creator just once off if you like.
Okay.
If you just like their content, like, I think that's worth $10, I'll send them some
Wow.
money. Yeah.
We need those people. Just
maybe we should start an OnlyFans.
I was actually I was going to say, but possibly not in that direction. We might actually get paid to like leave that forum forever.
Considering the stigma around OnlyFans, I think we should head to Patreon.
Let's stay with the Patreons, exactly.
And then there's also what they call a pay-per-view basis.
Okay.
So you can pay to watch a video like once.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So like if you go, so what'll happen is if you actually go to a specific someone's OnlyFans page, they'll list their videos and you'll see all the thumbnails, but even the thumbnails are blurred. And then but you have to pay. You have to sign up and pay and everything, and then you can view the content.
All right, cool.
Yeah. At the moment, it has over 24 million users.
That's a lot.
That's a hell of a lot. Basically, every 24 hours, they receive another 200,000 new users, and 7,000 to 8,000 new accounts every day.
How many?
7,000 to 8,000 new accounts. So that's people. Those are content creators joining OnlyFans.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a lot.
So yeah. So and like I said, most of these OnlyFans accounts now belong to women, doing various things. Not even in various states of undress, but
unrest.
Oh. And possibly causing a little bit of
unrest online. Exactly.
And then, one of the questions is, excuse me,
wow, that's exceptional.
One of the questions that I was sort of thinking about is, why do men, especially, willingly pay money to women that they will never meet?
Correct.
In real life, or have a relationship with them in real life?
Yes.
And that is
That's quite
the quandary.
Quandary.
Any
word of the podcast? Quandary. With letter?
Q.
Thank you.
What do you think? Why do you think that so many guys would literally throw money at? Any thoughts before I delve a little bit more into this?
Delve. Actually, that makes me think of Bella Delphine, but
we'll
go there when you want to go there. It's fine. Bella Delphine and Bella Thorne are interesting characters, but we'll go there later. What do I feel? I was going to say I don't want to be judgmental, but then I thought it's our podcast, so
please be judgmental.
Screw you to anybody who cares.
I don't think enough people are judgmental enough these days. So go for it, because I'm going to be judgmental. Fine,
Bruce. What do I think? What do I think of the guys who throw money at these women that they'll never meet?
What are your thoughts on, like, why would a guy do that though?
Wow.
Being a guy yourself.
Well, thank you. Finally had that recognition. So look, there's a lot of reasons which I can say. I don't really know. Because it baffles me as well. Like, why would you throw so much money at a person, as you say, you're never going to meet? It reminds me back in the day when I was actually younger, like teens, when the big thing was sex calls, as in, not sex calls, as in you could phone and, like a 0810 number, whatever it was.
You could talk to a chick.
And you could pay, and you would talk to a chick who would talk dirty to you.
Yeah, but you're paying like how much
a minute? And you pay per minute.
Yeah.
And I know that's really old school, but I'm just going back to the original. As in OnlyFans is not new. It's just in another form.
It's not. I basically went on to say, where did I find it? Basically, OnlyFans can be seen as online virtual lap dancing.
pretty good.
It's pretty much that.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
online private lap dances.
Yes.
Basically what it is.
But with the same person knowing that he's not the only, there's a few 100,000 people who are looking at now. So what do I think? Like that, this is our podcast. I think they're either very lonely. They crave any form of interaction with a woman that they don't, but then they don't know them. But I think it's a safety thing because they know that they don't have to interact with them face to face. They don't have to have a relationship outside of it because relationships are work, or they feel insecure about themselves, so they don't date. So to get there, and I would imagine a portion of them want to, let's be honest, they want to get their rocks off, add her photos, and then they close the laptop or phone, and then they move on. And paying gives them some form of an ownership to what they're watching, so they've that's the feeling that I have. So those are a few of my reasons why I think people do it. I think that there's a lot of insecurity, but also a lot of lazy ass guys who feel they don't want to get into a relationship, but they still want to feel some form of connection. Oh, I got a message from her and I feel so special because she put my name on the top, knowing that it's not true, but it still makes them feel something special.
With everything you said, you hit the nail absolutely on the head with why guys have always done this. And there's something that I've thought about as well, is that and something that I'd learned is that the most successful strippers and prostitutes are those women that take a keen interest in their clients' normal everyday lives and will ask them questions about their day, just the normal. And like you said, they're literally looking for that interaction.
Correct.
Because so many men are actually starved for female attention because of various reasons. Maybe they lack of self-esteem, lack of self-confidence. Yeah. And this whole thing actually becomes what we call a buffer. It's like a buffer against real interaction and a buffer against possible rejection.
There we go.
And also, I mean, why? And because I mean, if you want to watch porn, it's free. Yeah, it's absolutely free. There's no reason why any guy would have to pay for porn. But these guys are still throwing thousands and thousands
because they feel slightly linked to her. That's why. Because on every other platform, you don't really feel a huge connection.
Exactly right. Because you can pay for like personal messages.
Yeah, supposedly personal messages where she will send you a message and she will mention your name. Yes. And you'll be like, get that, oh my word, she knows me. Exactly. And that kind of thing. And that's scary how many guys out there are actually in that kind of situation where that's the way they feel that's the only interaction they can get. Yeah, I guess. But I also guess that some guys they just do it because I just think there are guys out there who just do it because they have a hard on for whoever they're attached to, and now they know that they can get access to racier photos and stuff or videos and stuff. Yeah. But yes, I think that the larger portion is exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. And the problem is that will never, the sad thing is that will never turn into anything in the real world. No, he'll never sit face to face with her. He'll never.
And that's why the women do it well, because they know how to manipulate.
Yeah, because
that's exactly what it is. It's a business.
It is because I mean, jeepers. Why are most of the girls in their prime age of between 19 and 24 years old? Because they know that that's where they are the most. Their sexual agency is
and they know what's
most powerful.
What brings in the guys and the money.
Absolutely.
And it's not milkshakes. It's just a song. Sorry. If you know the song, you have 10 points.
So basically, yes, women understand how powerful their sexual agency is. And
stop rubbing your belly at the same time you're saying that. It's really weird. Sorry, he's talking in the microphone, but then he's rubbing his belly in a circular moment. He's having a moment with his belly. Circular motion. There we go.
You're saying belly like I'm like
okay, overweight. Fine. I just know the word belly because I enjoy mine. Yes.
So basically what I was saying before you interrupted me.
Please rubbed your belly.
that men understand their power, women understand how powerful their sexual agency is, and are only too happy to have men throw money at them and attention.
Mm-hmm.
And when, attention to women is big on social media.
Yep.
And combine that with potential, with earning potential. Welcome to OnlyFans.
Yeah. Can I bring in Bella Thorne? Well,
you
I
may.
can't actually bring her in because we would have to pay a lot of money to bring Bella Thorne into this house, and I'd rather not.
I'd rather you didn't, considering what she's done and what we know she's done on OnlyFans.
No, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't want to catch something. So
I wouldn't like to bring her in the house either.
No.
Yeah.
No, please no.
I would have to put on some clothes. Makes you think what we look like right now.
Gareth, tell us about Belle Delphine and why she's so...
Bella Thorne is the
Thorne.
first. I want to do both.
Okay.
Because Bella Delphine is actually a South African born, but I want to go to Bella Thorne. Bella Thorne, because she joined... When did she join? About a month or two ago?
Oh, no. It was
At the beginning of the year.
I think it was more... I can't remember when.
Okay, but it was a few months. And in a single day, she cleared $1 million. And she set a record for the subscription-based, for OnlyFans. So in a day, she cleared $1 million. How would you think how that's possible, Bruce?
She's probably a B-list Hollywood celebrity.
B is a good word to use.
And people want to, enough guys wanted to see a more intimate photo of her that they decided they would throw money at her. And
but $1 million.
Yeah, that's $1 million.
$1 million.
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah, because there's just that many guys thirsty enough to want to do that.
Yeah, but still, to have, that would take thirsty enough.
That's the thirst. That's the male thirst for
thirst.
Yeah, that's what it's called. That's what drives simping. It's thirst.
Okay, well, but that would have taken a crap load of people,
yeah,
of guys to make for her to make $1 million.
Yeah, and you probably had there was obviously guys throwing all kinds of different amounts. We don't know what the most one guy actually paid. Would have been interesting to see that.
Yeah. So with Bella Thorne, she joined OnlyFans. And she set her price at $20 per month for a subscription. So imagine $20 per month for one person to make $1 million. Okay.
And she cracked that in 24 hours, not even in a month.
And now what I'm reading here, which is linked to what you're saying about these sex workers and so forth. Almost immediately from around that time, the blowback began, it says. To witness a celebratory... I can't do this podcast. I promise you guys, I do speak properly outside of the podcast. As soon as there's a microphone in front of me, my warbles just mix up. So to witness a celebrity gentrifying a platform and making obscene amounts of money without acknowledging the plight of sex workers is truly a slap in the face, says a sex worker involved in this. So Bella Thorne, a little bit of history around her. Not a lot because I really don't like her. But just to get a kind of picture. She actually began off on the Disney Channel, and we were having a talk as to how a lot of actors or singers are actually began in Disney,
and most of them are currently train wrecks. Except for Christina Aguilera, she did okay. The rest of them,
Yes, but there were a lot, and Bella Thorne was one of them. She actually died. Interesting factor here, which links as to why she probably has a lot of views. She directed a pornography movie, and somehow it even won an award.
Wow!
I know. I'm not going to find out what the award was called because I'm sure it's not kosher. But yeah, and she's doing
best new up and coming director.
Yeah, nice one.
Just saying.
I like what you're saying, Bruce.
Hopefully YouTube doesn't mind.
So she said that she would not be posting anything fully nude. In fact, she's written on her OnlyFans page, she says, no, I'm not doing nudity. Her page does feature some suggestive imagery. Numerous bikini photos, her eating a hot dog. Boing, 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 boing. But nothing explicitly graphic, the Times reported. In a poll, however, she did ask her fans what type of content they would like from her. I'm not going to read the rest of that because, ew.
Yeah. So okay, we've got to admire her honesty and forthright.
Yes, she has actually made it very, 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 very
to
clear.
be posting nudes because that's normally what happens on OnlyFans.
Exactly, and she has made it clear.
But even with that,
she still makes $1 million in one day, and she made her second million
over a week.
Over a week.
Damn.
And she's supposedly not doing nudes. So if that is true, and I'm not going to go on there for the love of all that's clean and holy.
You know, and that's the thing. It's crazy because I think she does have naked pictures out there.
Out there, but not on her. Oh, I see.
Yeah, but it's quite interesting because apparently there's this thing called Google. I'm not going to search for her name and nudity. I know, but you probably can, and it's.
I don't know on Google Images though, but I think where you're going with this, you can tell me if I'm not. Getting it from her would mean something more special because I didn't just find it in random rubbish bin on Google somewhere.
Exactly. It's about the connection. It's not about the sex. It's about the connection to someone, the personal connection.
That actually sounds like what could be a real relationship with what you just said.
Yeah, and a lot of guys will do that. They'll have a virtual girlfriend. They'll never talk. They'll never see her in real life. They'll never get to reach out and touch her. But they
reach out and touch faith.
But they think they are in a relationship with him.
But you can't have like a few 100,000 guys thinking they're in a relationship with Bella Thorne.
I think there are.
Because then they are deluded.
Well, that's
and they need to get out of their house much more than they are right now.
That is how.
I'm just being honest.
That is how. That is the plight of probably 80% of guys in the world today.
I did read that fans only went huge the moment that lockdown got quite intense.
Yeah, it's like because a lot of, especially a lot of women lost their jobs.
Yep.
And they were like, okay, what do I do? Oh, wait a minute. I look pretty great in this little number. Let's start an OnlyFans. And and it jumped. And I think a lot of girls discovered that they could do very little. They could sit at home. They don't even have to go to a club, sit in a dressing room, get all dolled up, and then go dance on a pole. They can do it in their comfort of their bedroom.
You don't really dance on a pole because it's vertical. It's not possible to dance on a pole. You could possibly dance with it or around it.
That's also true.
But not on the pole.
All right.
That would be pretty.
Well, they hang.
That
on,
would be
they
pretty
hang
good.
On, they hang on the pole. They slide down the pole. They hang upside down on the pole.
Tell us more, Bruce. How was that evening you spent? Because I don't know all that stuff, Bruce.
No.
Carrying on.
Of course not.
No. You know what? We're really good friends, but there's some stuff we just don't want to know about each other. That's one of them.
Yeah, we talk about things, just not that stuff.
That's not that stuff, exactly. It's exactly how it works.
Yeah, so I think so many guys. I think probably even guys who are in marriages and relationships are maybe they're in a marriage that isn't going well, and they need a sympathetic ear, and that's why a lot of guys.
Sorry, that just sounds.
That's why
that doesn't make any sense to me.
That's why a lot of guys would go to strip clubs and get lap dances and stuff because the stripper would actually feign interest and go, "Sweetie, how was your day?" Sit on his lap, tussle his hair, and he can moan about his day.
You know too much about this.
Well, that's what it was.
No, look, I'm okay with you getting lap dances and watching
No, I've never gotten a lap dance. I don't want to get
dance on poles. I'm just saying.
No, I've never been to a strip club. Thank you.
It's a pleasure, Bruce. Don't know why I'm saying thank you to me.
So you got all these guys. They don't have access to normal everyday female attention in some shape or form.
Yeah.
They can't date. They don't do well on the dating apps, all that kind of thing. They're too scared to approach girls in real life.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to interact with women in a way that creates attraction. And so they find that, talking to a girl on OnlyFans or going onto a porn site, porn never says no. So yeah, it doesn't. Well, it's literally
unless there's a lock on it from your wife, it definitely says no.
Yeah. Well,
carry on.
So yeah, a lack of general confidence, not understanding how female nature works. So it's easier to watch all that, and so it's like they'll watch porn for the sexual gratification, and then go on somewhere like OnlyFans for the personal connection.
Okay.
And it's crazy.
It's crazy, Bruce.
Absolutely
Cray.
And like we were saying, one of the guys that I like to listen to, his name is Rollo Tomasi, and he has a great quote. It says, "Attention is the coin of the realm in girl world," and then pair that global male attention with earning potential, and why wouldn't these girls monetize it?
I want to bring in Bella Delphine, if that's all right.
Belle Delphine, I think.
Okay, I'll call her Bella. No, it's Belle, you're right. P-E-L-L-E. Interesting factor about her, which is what... Out of the two, I think she's more interesting. But I want to lay it very clear. I'm not going to spend money on some random girl who I'm going to supposedly think she's my girlfriend. It's just weird.
But
unless you go and then I do it on my own private time. She was born in Cape Town, South Africa, this girl, and she moved to the UK when she was 12. She basically is a cosplay character. Cosplay basically it's linked around anime and gaming and so forth. And there's actually a yearly cosplay event where the majority of people go and they dress up as either gaming characters or anime characters or anything like that.
Sci-fi movie characters.
Yeah. So pretty much
kind of thing, yeah.
The majority of people do that. I would have loved to do that. Look, I know it's probably like the majority of there are all like, as you're saying, guys in the basement playing games.
Yes.
But I think it's pretty cool.
It's all the guys are like that, and then there are tons of chicks there that are really, really hot.
Correct. That's why I would go.
And because most cosplay girls are.
I will wear my SpongeBob outfit just to go there. So one of her big So she is well known for her cosplay outfits. Her anime look.
Yes.
And the one thing that she does that guys seem to fall for is she plays with her eyes, and she does this weird little squinting thing. No, really, it's very unique, and she puts out her tongue, and it draws in people. There are certain guys who really fall for that stuff. She's worth about says her about $500,000, but I think she's worth a lot more after our conversation. This sounds weird. After our conversation, we're going to put in 500 rand. No. Her big thing that got her banned from Instagram, by the way, she got banned. Not that she really cares because she has her OnlyFans. She sold bathwater, her own bathwater.
That got her banned off Instagram. I didn't know that.
Yep,
was she selling the bathwater on Instagram?
Via Instagram, she was linked to it, yeah. So she's banned from Instagram. So even in not being on Instagram, she still makes over $500,000. So basically, she was just in the bath playing around, and she said, "Guys, do you want a bit of my bath water?" In fact, she said, "I'm now selling my bath water for all you thirsty gamer boys."
See, I told you, thirst.
Well done, Bruce. It initially was sold, reported to be about $30 for a thing of water, and it went up to $250.
What's our current exchange rate?
30. You're looking about 550 rand
for a jar of some anime chick's bath water.
Yeah, and there's actually no proof that it is her water. And it went up to 250. You're looking about 4,000 rand, yep. Or 250 American dollars.
Yep, and guys paid it.
Yeah, and that's how she's made their money. So she got banned for that. And it's just interesting. I'm bringing her up as well because it shows you what people. I mean, why, as a rational thinking person, would you think I'm going to spend between $30 and $250 on some bath water?
Mm. And apparently,
what do you do with it?
And what we need to make quite clear is that men are supposedly more of the rational type of thinking of the two, and these guys are doing this.
It's crazy.
Which is like, what the hell? But they are. That's the thing. We sit here and We can't fathom why, but that's the level of I think intimacy and connection that these guys crave.
Sorry, I'm back a little bit on Bella Delphine. She actually got banned from Instagram for breaching community guidelines. Basically, her account had been reported for nudity or pornography, and she's also banned on YouTube. Based on their strict guidelines on nudity or sexual content, and she ended up, and still without being on YouTube or Instagram. It just shows you the power of it.
That's it. Yeah, it's nuts. Anyway, yeah. And by the way, guys, if your girlfriend has an OnlyFans account, you don't have a girlfriend. Just saying.
Yeah, you don't know her. That's the better answer. And if you see that happening, then you can run. Oh, she actually makes over $1 million per month. Okay, so she's not doing it like a Bella Thorne did, but she's still making $1 million per month.
Off OnlyFans.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep. And to actually join her content, you've got to pay $35 a month.
Damn.
So that's even more than Bella Thorne's.
Yes.
And people will pay it.
That's insane.
Look, I mean, I think she's cute, but $35, I don't want to know all that inside out stuff.
Yeah. And it's quite interesting. The guys on OnlyFans who post sort of sexual content. Mm-hmm. Their fan base and their subscribers or whatever are mainly other guys. They don't. It's not like those guys are getting a ton of women following them on OnlyFans. Most of the
guys are basically gay guys.
Gay guys.
Okay.
Secretly gay, not wanting to come out of the closets, and they're happily married and stuff. But they're following other guys on OnlyFans.
Interesting.
It's very interesting. I know I've got. I listen to a group of guys that do podcast sort of once or twice a week. Yeah. And one of the guys in that sphere is actually an adult film actor. Okay. And he brings a lot of insight into that whole world. And he's got an OnlyFans, and he says that most of the people that follow him on his OnlyFans are guys. Yeah. And they want content from him. So he doesn't get a lot of women following him. It's very interesting.
Nearing to the end of here, can you give like a remedy in the sense as to, I know it's a difficult thing, but how do we, or do you think this is going to be a long-term thing, or do you think at this point it's going to last for a year or two and it's going to go? Because is it basically, like there's a lot of things that will peak for a little while and then they're gone. Is OnlyFans something that's going to be long-lasting? Because I feel it'll serve its purpose for a while. Is there hope for guys to go another direction? I don't know.
All right. So you made a very good point earlier when you said that OnlyFans is basically the next step from strip clubs because that's what it is. I mean, it's literally prostitution. Let's call it what it is. Okay, it is prostitution, but it's open because you're paying money for women's sexuality and sexual agency. That's what you're doing. Okay, it's prostitution.
That's a very strong word, though.
It's sex work.
No, because they're not doing anything sexual there.
They are. They're selling their nudes. They're selling their.
Well, some of them are, but for example, Bella Thorne, Delphine, I don't know. So I think they are not that. Okay, first of all, these are just the two who I know, so I don't have like a hotness for either of them. I just find them, it's just where they've come from and what they're making. I just thought prostitution is more of a word like if there's sexual things involved.
I feel this is a version of prostitution. Okay. Because it's women selling their sexual agency and making a living off.
Okay. Sure.
That's what I feel.
Okay.
And so, OnlyFans will be around until the next thing comes along.
Exactly. I think these things last for a while, and then there's something new.
Like we said, this is virtual private lap dancing. And it's going to, and I think it's definitely going to get worse.
Well, I mean,
And
I
it's
know
gonna go
that
to another level.
I went on a dating site recently, no, maybe like a month ago,
Mm.
and with a lot of them, they had a link, not to an OnlyFans thing, but a similar thing.
Yes. No, they will. Yes.
And the dating sites have now changed.
Yeah, the girls are using Tinder and Bumble to get the guys to their OnlyFans, to their other websites.
It's crazy.
If they're cam girls, they go to the cam girl websites and stuff.
So the whole original old school dating thing, which I did for a while, that's now been engulfed by sexuality more and paying for it.
Absolutely.
And if I'm linking with someone and then and things are going well, I went on one site, and 3 women back to back, they were using a copy and paste thing, where they said, things like would begin with like, hey sexy, how you doing? It's nice to talk to you. Then you write something like, it's, fine, how you doing? How's blah 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 blah, whatever. Just a normal
message,
comment you would do. All of a sudden, I'm thinking about you. I'm lying on my bed. I'm like, I just said, hi, how is your week?
I've gotten those as well. It's like a robot. I just delete
It's
them.
a robot thing, yeah. And then all of a sudden they're getting like a whole long what they want to do with me and link. And, if you want to chat more with me, which I know you do, then press on this link. I was like,
Link in the description.
Yeah, the first time was like, you're a racy chick. Until link. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's another one. Yeah.
And that was what I perceived as normal dating sites.
No, it's...
So I guess I got to meet someone in real life. Otherwise, I'm going to end up with one of these guys. Yeah. Smashing.
Geez, you asked about a remedy. Or at least can this change?
I guess my question is, but I don't think it has much of an answer. I'm just wondering, like, how will things ever get to a point where guys go, okay, this is a bit too much now. Like I've seen, like this is just, what the hell am I spending so much money on? Maybe I should get outside. Is it? I like to think there is a possibility of that. Or is this too much of a pull?
I think as long as there are enough guys who don't know how to socially interact with women in the real world, and that number is getting more and more, and it's actually a smaller percentage of guys that actually know how to do that.
So then, what's the remedy for that? If you were I
think it's
psychologist or something. I don't know, but I really hope things change.
I think if you are a guy and you are listening to this and you are one of these guys who really does struggle with women, I think, and is doing like an OnlyFans thing and that, the first thing is to know your own value as a man, and to understand that you can raise your own value. And just because you're at a certain point in your life now, it doesn't mean that's where you're going to stay.
Good.
And it definitely, in some shape or form, there are tons of ways that you can learn how to actually interact with women socially. Learn how to create confident eye contact. Learn how to make a woman feel attracted to you. Learn how to, all of those things. Learn how to dress better. Get in the freaking gym if that's the only thing you can do.
I don't have to, and I'm just a sexy man.
Oh well, some people just don't have to make the effort.
Thank you. Look, but I think as we wrap it up, is that for me personally, I think sometimes you have to put in the effort for a real relationship. I think I think some people just don't want to do that effort.
A lot of guys are lazy. They don't want to do the work.
Sometimes if you want a real relationship because you've got to share about who you are, get out and maybe our dating sites that we just mentioned aren't the best sites anymore. What I'm trying to say is there are other outlets, and it's a healthy, fantastic thing. Even though it could be a little bit of a work for a real relationship, but I promise you they're worth it. They're real.
I think
the real relationship.
I think the other guys is the other thing that a lot of guys don't understand, especially if they like simping for a particular woman, or they're just getting caught up in trying to do OnlyFans or whatever.
Yeah.
They don't understand the value of options within dating and stuff like that, and being able to get out there, and it's like, just the whole dating non-exclusively when you first just getting out there and like, okay, cool, and like go out with 4 girls in 1 week, it's okay.
Okay, this is Bruce's thing, and this is not Gareth's thing. I'm just making it very clear.
So
very clear.
So it's that thing of dating non-exclusively for a while you're trying to find someone. But I know this is what Gareth doesn't agree with me, but that's okay. Otherwise, this podcast wouldn't work.
And we believe in different reasons why we date as well.
Exactly. So,
but that's good. That's good.
I think guys, there are actually very small things that guys could do to just get themselves out there. Even if getting in the gym is the very first step.
Why do you just
and get a new haircut and get a new wardrobe, and then you'll.
Sometimes you don't have to go to the gym.
I know.
That
but
works for you.
Sometimes it helps. It helps me. It does wonders for me.
Well, that's Bruce. That is good.
Yes.
You think you should have your own podcast?
Bro, do you even lift, eh?
I'm kidding. Before we sound like another a pastor who says, and my final point, and he talks on, this is sounding like a pastoral thing right now. So we have said, and finally, can we say and finally now?
And finally.
You good?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Nothing more?
No, I'm good.
Well, thank you for listening to our new episode. I hope you guys and girls have learned something interesting. Don't waste money. I would imagine people who we know and the people listening are like, yeah, that's the last thing they're going to do.
Yeah.
So just in case you didn't know, now you know.
If you're simping, stop.
What does simping mean before we go? And make it very quick.
Simping.
Yeah, what is simping?
Throwing free attention and money at women on social media.
That's simping, okay.
Yes.
Fantastic.
No free attention, boys. No.
That's
free
our
attention.
second word of the day.
Simping.
We had one.
Now we got 2.
Now we got 2. Guys, thank you for listening. Always fun, always informative. And I like learning things as we go as well. Because it's not every podcast that we know everything about it. The one will probably know a little bit more, and then we learn and grow.
That's it.
So if you leave me now, I'm going to go on to OnlyFans and say how's it to Delphine. No, I'm not.
No, please don't.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. I'm actually saving money to get another thing for our podcasting. So that money is going to go that money is going to go to a real thing that I can touch and hold.
I think that return on investment is going to yield a lot more than some chick on OnlyFans. So there you go.
Guys, thanks for listening. It's been freaking awesome as always. Let me see if I can do this. Comment, subscribe, like, put notifications on and share.
There we go. Yes, see. I keep forgetting to say I'll hit the notification bell. So
well, you did it very fast. I'm very impressed. I just wanted to try it once because this is normally your thing.
Awesome, dude.
All right.
Did brilliantly.
Guys, thanks for listening. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I will definitely see you guys on our next awesome and intriguing podcast episode.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, ma'am. I mean, sir. Goodbye.
Cheers, guys. Bye.